for liberty.
And ladies and gentlemen, game number 3, RESIN versus KSM, winner bracket finals. If RESIN wins, they go to grand finals. KSM's knocked down to losers bracket. If KSM wins, we go to a 4th game. For the side of RESIN, we got Marceau, Ragnar, Marceau, Moskva, Marseille, Moskva, Kremlin, and Montana. For the side of KSM, we've got Marceau, Z42, Ragnar, San Martin, Marseille, Stalingrad, St. Vincent, and Conqueror. And so, as we look at this setup and see where they're going to go, we got Ragnar, San Martin going out this way, along with Conqueror. We're seeing double Marseille, St. Vincent push. They're going to want to come down this line, get some control there. Stalingrad's going to sit this island. Marceau going this way. Z42 going to look there. He may try to get the Stalingrad up here. We'll see if he slows down. If he doesn't, he's not. For the side of RESIN, Marceau into the cap. Ragnar there to support. Moskva coming. And it's interesting to see the difference because most games you see somebody here, but they're not sending people here. Montana there. Moskva looks like going there. And then heavy push through here. Heavy push through there. Some other thoughts as I think about it. We talked Conqueror, St. Vincent. Conqueror and St. Vincent are going to put out a lot of high alpha challenges. Can they get the damage? The St. Vincent should smash the Marseilles if you can get the line. But Stalingrad double Marseille is going to do work against RESIN. RESIN's running 2-3 radars. 1, 2, 3 raiders as well for KSM. We'll see if there's any balanced points here as the teams start to move in. And so the early cap is going to go to the side of RESIN because Mad Dog is going to get there before anybody else can. And so we'll watch and monitor and see where we go. And so, as you go out here, you see the first fight. Marceau versus Marceau. Freiss beat Ganser last time this happened in game 1. Second round again, both missing shots. Health is virtually identical. Shells are in, but the additional support from the Marseilles and St. Vincent has given KSM the advantage by 2,000 right now onto the Marceau fight. So Freiss forced back, Ganser turns around, but with the Marseilles there, that's going to be pushed for KSM. And how quickly does the push start from RESIN? You can see that the push from RESIN is a little bit slower right now. The push is ahead for KSM. KSM's already up into the G line, and the Marseilles are still not out of C line yet. So we'll see how it goes. But you do have the Marseille, or the Marceau, pardon me, of Mad Dog pushing up. He's not yet seen the Ragnar. He should see the Ragnar momentarily. But no, he's going to just drift and miss it. And so as it goes from there, you see both teams have taken a cap now. About a 35-point advantage to the side of RESIN. Freiss took some more damage there after we stopped. You can see this push coming. He's sitting out there spotting because there's nothing to deny his ability to spot. Montana shots in on the Marceau are going to miss. K-Bomb now being focused by 2 Marceaus and a St. Vincent. Meanwhile, Eagle Lance has spotted the Z42 of Acheron in the middle. Ragnar and Moskva are getting a much better advantage here. Moskva, forced to watch, does not have a radar, so they cannot respot him because he used his first. But they do get over a third of his health and go from there. As we go forward, we watch those torps. Mad Dog will avoid those torps. So as it continues to move forward, they look for the spotting. Now, KSM has a cap lead, so they're going to close the points quickly and take the lead. But here's the push that's starting for both sides. I'd still say KSM's push is slightly ahead. It's a question of how much damage can the Montana endure and how much can he put back onto the Marseilles. Right now you can see he just takes a chunk off of WH Knight, which is a big help for him. But this push has got to get going, and it's taking some time. Overall, having the push on the double cap side is a bit of an advantage, because once you get those caps, you have the 2 caps locked down, and then you fight at B. But how long does it take them to fight there? Ragnar of Paranoid Era just focusing on farming down the Kremlin of Peyton the Rockhider as he continues to move forward. Shells come out. Does he read the lining right? He misses the shots. Ragnar continues to stay alive. Kremlin doesn't have a heal for a minute yet. And remember, that Conqueror is just going to focus on burning him down. He uses the first DCP. Here we go from there. There is shots in. Both Marseille and Moskva are now focusing on Paranoid Era. Paranoid Era goes dark. He gets spotted, though, as he comes around, and that's a big hit. 10k off of him. He's forced to use the heal. He wants to get dark, but he's not in a position yet to get dark, and he's got to move. He gets dark there, but there's the fire. The fire will keep him spotted, and he doesn't have a DCP for 30 seconds, so that's at least 3 more Moskva salvos and another 2 Marseille salvos that are going to be on him before he gets dark. Interesting, by the way, we're going to follow these shots in. Peyton the Rockhider going for the shot on the Stalingrad. Stalingrad is at 42,000. Don't know if he realizes those are coming in. 14k off of him. He gets lucky the second half of the salvo short. Otherwise, he'd be on a quick gray screen return to port. KSM is doing a good push up here. They've worked a heal off the Montana, and they're going to continue to push him. Malakin is doing well, and they've honestly done a very impressive job of dodging the damage. And of course, I may have just caster cursed them. No. K-Bomb not hitting his shots, and they're taking full advantage as they continue to try to burn him down. Down to 57,000. He does have heals. Forced to watch because that K-Bomb's not hitting the shots right now is getting very uncomfortable. He's locked in nicely because you can see how far around Marseille has to get to him. But 8k on Marseille's every 30 seconds just isn't enough right now. D taken, so it is a 2-to-1 cap advantage. And the Stalingrad of Jinzi takes some more damage. He's down to 14.5. He's going to have the heal coming back here in a second. Moskva dodges the shells. K-Bomb 20 seconds out from the heal. He's continuing to try to get these Marseilles down. He needs a big hit. Once again, he's getting those 8k. They're just slamming the brakes just enough. And so KSM putting themselves in a really strong spot here if they can finish off K-Bomb. If K-Bomb goes down, they drive around on the Moskva. Moskva dies really quickly. There's the heal executed, but K-Bomb I don't believe is long for this world. There's the shots he's been looking for. 15k off of WH Knight. But the Montana does go down. And that, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, now that puts the pressure on Forced to Watch. Montana goes down. Forced to Watch has to be careful as he dodges there. Torps just missed on WH Knight by Frice. And so now Resin's got to huddle. They've got to tighten up and hold on for dear life. San Martin moving here. I really like this play. So KSM's grabbing some nice control. They've set up a line here. Yes, there's the Moskva here, but that bulge will be gone soon as the St. Vincent comes around. They've got the San Martin going this way, which is denying the Marseilles the ability to fully engage over onto these ships. And with the Stalingrad not having died and the Kremlin returning, this is Resin trying to get these out and deal with these 2 ships as quick as possible and say, yes, we're going to lose the Moskva, but we're going to trade our Moskva for 2 of your ships. And they're going to get WH Knight. WH Knight is dead here. He doesn't have the DCP yet. It comes up in a half a second, but the heal is being negated for the most part. And so Forced to Watch continues to fly forward. He's going to radar. That'll get a lot of spotting on stuff. And here comes the shots. They know they need that Marseille out. Marseille finally goes out. Forced to Watch is going to follow here. He does. He doesn't get any damage, but he does spot the Marceau and the Stalingrad of Jinzi. Now Eagle Land's going to be the focus by the Stalingrad. John the Impaler The other focus, watch these torps. They don't have the range, though. And the question becomes now, how long can the St. Vincent survive? He's trying to back up. He hasn't DCP'd yet. Down to 47,000. Going down on health quickly. Under 40k now. San Martin still over there. Hungria takes a big hit. And you got to expect that Mokofu was going to open up soon. St. Vincent still hasn't popped the heal. There's the heal pop finally. Hasn't popped the DCP either. 26,000. He can heal up to about a max of 60k, maybe 55k. But how much damage is he going to take counteracting that heal? You can see it coming in. And the little bits of chip damage there saying, no, you don't get to heal quite as much as you're expecting. And so with him getting down to 40k, the speed boost, yes, he's going to back up quicker, but the shots are in, 37k and dropping fast again. He's going to have to use the DCP soon because Mad Dog is just farming him to the ground. Meanwhile, if we look up north, here come the Torps finally, or down south more accurately, here come the Torps finally. Hungria does take one of the Torps. Big 6 TV having to move forward, and now there's the San Martin. They've shot the San Martin several times successfully. We're going to keep it on both views as we can. We expect that the Marseille of Hungria will go down soon. And because it's 2-2 on caps, it is still a 40-second victory for the side of Resin. But they are down 20,000 health, and they don't get the St. Vincent. The St. Vincent manages to back around the island, just a 10k. There goes the Marseille of Hungary, as we said. It is now a 2-ship advantage for the side of KSM. Conqueror using his heal. He only has 2 more after that, and that heal's done in 10 seconds. But your Kremlin and Moskva are pinched in one spot, and you don't have the farming you think you do. And the problem is they're going to get back in here onto John the Impaler, but he's got 4 seconds to heal. They need the kill now. It's not going to happen in time. Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world. You're like, yes, we're going to kill him. And then it's like, knowing Frice, that's the are you bleeping kidding me moment right there. That he gets the heal off with 400 health to spare. And Big 6 TV is about to go down. KSM now takes priority on the lead. Conqueror is down to 17,000, but the Ragnar's the only one farming him now. San Martin still at 10,000 health. The health lead is up to 60k, and it looks like KSM is going to force us into a game 3. And so you see that St. Vincent. I mean, they're trying to kill him. They know that they still have a shot. I mean, it's still 2 minutes to loss. Eagle Lance needs to not die here. If Eagle Lance dies here, and there's the heal on the Conqueror. Twice, less than 5,000 total health between the two of them, and they get the heals off. It's the worst feeling in the world. KSM is going to breathe a sigh of relief. They've put themselves less than a minute away from winning. They're forcing us into a game number 4, it sure looks like. And so they are looking for the kill, pardon me, onto... Oh, if it happens a 3rd time to them... Okay, they get the kill. I'm going to say if it happens a 3rd time, they are going to be mega tilted. But that only buys them 30 seconds odd. They still need more kills. The Conqueror is at 9,000 and burning. They get the Conqueror. Resin's not going down without a fight. And the important thing there is the Kremlin, even though he doesn't have any more DCPs, is still alive. And so is the Moskva. 40-second differential between the teams on their win timers, with, of course, KSM having the advantage. Focus goes on to the Ragnar. Do they hit the Ragnar? Shots are in. They hit him, but it's not enough to kill. 2,200. He's going to get into it. He is burning, though. If they can hit a shot here, if a single shot hits, that might be enough there. That might be enough. It's going to be really tight. Oh, and they get this last hit. And Elgar with the blind fire shot, and that's why you always take those shots. RESIN now in control. KSM looked like they had it, but they lose the battleship. They lose the DD, and the DD didn't need to take that cap. The DD didn't need to take that cap yet is the thing that's going to be the pain. But with one less ship and 80,000 less health, RESIN is trying to hold on and cling to this lead with all they've got. KSM, can they find something in 50 seconds? They got a San Martin coming in on the behind. He's going to see the Kremlin. He's going to see... There's the spot. And I don't know if one cap is enough here to stop it or not. But here comes the challenge. Is this going to be enough to stop it right here? No, it is not, because he's not in time. It's only going to bring it up to about 50 seconds. They need a kill. They need a kill. It's going to be a 19-second differential or so. Make that 20 seconds and change. It's going to be... Comes up to just 30 by the time he gets in, but it's a 30-second differential. They need a kill. 15 seconds. Can they find one? The Stalingrad's moving forward. They get the radars, but there's not something they have the range. They don't have a battleship left. They don't have anything that has the line. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. RESIN takes this game, clawing their way back and snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. They are up 3-0.
We stand victorious.
They win the series. They move on to grand finals.